Why were you so unhappy? Because I thought it was like, this is a good gig.
The infighting. And just every damn day you came to work, it was fucking something. And it's just like, bitch, we only got to be on this shit for an hour and a half. I'm just not understanding why a motherfucker cannot just read the goddamn topics, come to work, do what we need to do, log the fuck out, and that just be that. You know what I'm saying? It just, things got personal, people's feelings started getting intertwined. And to be clear, and I'm not speaking out of turn because Claudia spoke about it when she was on your thing. The shit didn't have nothing to do with me. It was a lot of, just me being caught in between her shit, her and Al, whatever the fuck they had going on. And it was dumb. It was dumb to me, okay? And so let me give you the recipe for why I walked. Number one, like you said, bitch, I ain't had no job in 13 years, okay? Q don't work. So the fact that I gotta now punch a goddamn clock every day, that's already a compromise, right?
And not to stop you, you also are a solo star. So coupled with clocking in, you have to work with people.
Well, I didn't mind that. I like that.
But meaning, because I know what this feels like. Meaning, you call the shots. You can say what you want to say and do. But when you have to work with people, their shit becomes your shit.
Right. And you're right. Yeah. And so you're right, because and then now I'm having to, take into consideration other people's feelings and rules and corporate protocols and procedures and all this type of stuff. Whatever. So it's like, okay, number one, knock on wood, I already don't need the job, okay? I don't need it. Now, great, $250,000, bitch, everybody could use an extra $250,000, but I don't need it, number one. So I'm not finna be stressed for it. I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? And it just became, I'm already working every day, Monday through Thursday, 2 shows on Thursday. Then we log on, it's a shitstorm every damn day. It's something. It's a call here, an email this person said that, I'm feeling this way. It was too much damn feelings, okay? And then the last piece was just the negotiation piece. It was like, I don't know what job you work on, at what Starbucks job. They said, Carlos King, we're going to start you at $7 an hour part-time. And then they come back and say, guess what, Carlos? We like you so much, we're going to promote you to full-time, but we're going to cut your pay to $5.15. How is it last week my value was $7? You like me, we're bringing the company in more money, you want to promote me, but you want to cut my pay. That just, what world does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? And so I was down to rock with it because it's all about, I'll work with you. Again, I don't need the money. It's good extra money. I will work with you and see what this thing will become. So when, Tracy and I, when Tracy was negotiating the deal, the people came back and said, listen, Tracy, we still trying to get things going over here. Just work with us. This is what we'll do. Instead of making Q sign for 12 months, we'll make him sign for 6 months. And then at the end of 6 months, we'll see where things are and we'll negotiate. Now, here is where the insult comes in just a little bit, and where I felt slightly insulted. Because I was going to walk then. Mm-hmm. I was going to walk then. I was cool. So you bait me by saying, just do it for 6 months, work with us a little bit, and we'll kind of see what things are. When the 6 months roll around, I had even forgot my damn contract was up. All of a sudden, they're hounding me about, oh shit, your contract. Are you going to sign? Are you going to sign? Are you going to sign? Then when you email us the contract, it's the same contract from 6 months prior. I understand. It's their job to negotiate. It's our job to negotiate. Okay. I was not asking for additional money. I wasn't asking for extra money. I was asking for what you had already been paying me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was asking for, you know, the $250 an episode that you took away from me. And mind you, y'all, if I'm being honest, the deal fell through. The deal fell apart over $250. Ain't that the petty of it all? Ain't that the petty of it all? The deal fell through over $250.
How?
Because my rate originally was $1,250. They cut us to $1,000. I just wanted the $250 back, which at the end of the year across the contract would have been $60,000 in total. You know what I'm saying? Right. It would across episodes. And so then it was one of those things where it was like, okay, if you can't give him the $250, you know, can you at least put him on the health insurance? And the people wouldn't even put me on the health insurance. You know what I'm saying? So,
are your other co-hosts on?
No.
Okay.
Nobody was. Nobody
okay.
was. But it's like, and granted, I don't know the ins and outs, but from where I sat, I'm like, Fox is a big ass corporation. To put one more name on the damn spreadsheet for health insurance, the number's going to be so damn small, you're not even going to recognize it. Like, what's another $200 a month to the damn company? And it was just like, okay, you won't even put me on the health insurance. I was like, yeah, I don't feel valued here. That's really what it was. I was like, I don't feel, damn, I can't even get on the health insurance. I was like, all right, well, cool. And they just did not want to budge. And I was like, cool, I'm out. And, you know, it sucks because, you know, unfortunately, the show ended up going away. And I just look back at it and I wonder if the people in charge look at the person who was responsible for like negotiating my contract. And it's like, the whole thing went to shit over $250 or your unwillingness to give them fucking health insurance. And the whole thing literally went to shit. That show went to shit for no reason. It didn't have to.
So going back a little bit, you obviously talked about a lot of infighting. Obviously, everyone has said, even Claudia to me, that you had nothing to do with what was going on. What in your, whether it's what you know or think, what was it between Claudia and Al that just made things so negative working at that time?
I don't know. I don't know because I know that they had a long-standing relationship for years prior. Carlos, honestly, I don't know. I honestly do not know. You know, there was an incident, and this is just from me like piecing together things from all the blogs and stuff. There was an incident where Claudia got a screenshot of a text message from Al, and in the text message he had said, and I'm only speaking about this because she's made it be known because I don't want to be in nobody's mess. She got a screenshot from Al where he had said something unfavorable about her to Nene Leakes, okay? And it got back, you know, Claudia saw it, and that at that time had created a big shitstorm, and we got through it. So I thought. And the reason why I say so I thought is because now in present day, a lot of what I'm seeing online is people regurgitating or repeating that Claudia says, you know, Al was talking about her and that's when shit went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought we had got over that. I'm guessing maybe we never did. I'm guessing. I don't know. But that's just.
There's been said that allegedly Al would contact producers, human resources, and do a lot of complaints and was a diva behind the scenes. Would that be true?
I don't know what was going on after I left. When I was there, from my vantage point, that wasn't a thing. I'm pretty confident in saying that that's probably something that came about after I left. But when I was there, that wasn't a thing. None of us liked the damn producers. If I'm being honest, like, so there was no buddying up to the producers because none of us liked them. That wasn't going on when I was there. Now, if it was going on after I left, I don't know.
What is it that you would like to say about your friendship with Al? Because there is this perception that, again, you know, he's a diva, he's this, and I know that you two are close. What would you say about his character and his personality and who he is that the world doesn't see or may not know?
So I don't think, me personally, I don't think that Al is a diva. And he didn't exemplify diva qualities when we were there. Honestly and truthfully, when I was there, Al was the most insecure of the three of us. You know what I'm saying? And he was always like, kind of like worried. You know what I'm saying? Like worried that he wasn't doing good, or worried that people didn't like him, or, you know, he always had to have his notes and stuff, and he always kind of felt, you know, a little inferior to Claudia and I, because he was like, you know, you guys are more experienced than this, you know. I did not experience any diva-like behavior when it came from Al. Like I said, after I left, I don't know what happened. And I can't speak about anybody else's relationship and experience. I have not experienced Al in that way. Me and Al, obviously, we've got being LGBT in common. Al's a good time. He liked to drink and he liked to party. And those are things that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? And that really is the level of our relationship. Are me and Al on the phone telling each other our deepest, darkest secrets? No. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even talk to Al in about 2 or 3 weeks. I FaceTimed him last night and he was out. He didn't answer the phone. So, you know, we're cool. This thing that me and Al are so damn close. I know we're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would like to be. I mean, our relationship is growing. But Al is just a good time. It's a good time. It's the same way me and you, bitch, meet me at the bar, bitch. Let's go have some drinks and eat. That is what Al is to me. He's a good time.
Yeah, and my time guest co-hosting, the times I've had, he was fine.
Yeah.
Al's cool. Al's great. I don't have any issues with Al. Al's a great person. Al's very prepared.
Yeah, but he got his notes and stuff.
And what I saw with this show that I love so much, I felt like it was the perfect balance.
It was.
I'm like, you're the wild card who, like, we don't know what he gonna say. Claudia, great moderator, and Al brought the sophistication. And I thought it checked all the boxes.
And I never had an issue working with her. And I think even Claudia shared it. Even after I left, I was like, listen, guys, you know, this particular situation didn't work out because of the contract. But in the future, if y'all ever want to, you know, do something again, we had lightning in a bottle, Carlos. We really did. We really did. We did. We had lightning in the bottle. And honestly and truthfully, you know, the right opportunity came around, and if we were able to recreate it under the right circumstances, I'd be open to it. It was fun. The culture needed it. And here was the thing that's unfortunate. There was the space was wide open. Wendy Williams, she gone. The Breakfast Club was in flux. Okay, they were auditioning 900 damn people at a time. That urban pop culture like space, that space was wide open, and it was ours for the taking. It really was. You know, something else that was slightly frustrating too, and another reason why I decided to walk and not stick it out with Fox Soul, is because nobody was giving us a clear direction on what we're doing. Are y'all taking this show to TV? We've been here now for 4 years. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Is the network growing? Is it? And every time we would ask questions, people would just talk in circles. And so another layer to me walking away is, I don't need you to sit on YouTube. Okay, if anything, I'm trying to elevate beyond YouTube. I don't need you for YouTube, and I'm not being cocky. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not trying to be any of those things, but the lion's share of the people watching are my audience. I brought these people here. You know what I'm saying? Like when Fox Soul started, they had everything they had going on. And here is the proof in the pudding, because there were some incidences where, you know, people were feeling themselves and didn't want to give a bitch their things, okay? You had Queens with Cocktail, which was Vivica Fox, Selena Johnson, Lisa Ray, and Claudia Jordan. Undeniably, all four of those women individually have a much higher profile than I do.
Absolutely.
Undeniably.
Yep.
But collectively, they couldn't even do the numbers that we were over there doing on TGIF. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where your popularity per se ain't got shit to do with what's going on right here. You see what I'm saying? And when I left, the numbers left. Those were my people. Those were my people. So why am I going to just sit here with all of this going on, you know, the contract ain't looking too right, and just continue to let y'all leech off of my damn people when I can just take my people back to where they came from and keep the money? You see what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening is, I'm like, well, I was already making whatever it is I was making. And then things got a little messy. I'm not gonna lie. I started doing my show at 8 o'clock at the same time as theirs to be messy, bitch. I'm not gonna.
See, I can appreciate that.
Yes.
We are messy.
Oh, yeah.
We can say,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that was messy.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
other shit you're talking
because
about.
I said, oh, really? Oh, bitch, I'll fix you. I said, bitch, like Rasputia Lattimore said, she want to go down the slide. I'ma show a bitch how to go down the slide. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, well, you know what, Q? You were already sitting in the chair at 8 o'clock every night any goddamn way. Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? You were over there doing this same job, getting $250 for them. You can just do it for yourself and make $5. You know what I'm saying? Keep all the money. And that's essentially what I did.
Okay. When you saw Armon's roast to Al, what was your first thought?
A battery was put in his back. A battery was put in his back. These are my thoughts. Can't prove it. Don't know for a fact. I thought a battery was put in his back. I thought it was deeply personal. I thought it was extremely unprofessional. I thought it was I thought it was gross. I thought it was gross. And the reason why I thought it was gross is because obviously in having had work there, a lot of the things that he was saying, he had not even been there long enough to experience or even know what the fuck he was talking about, okay? And it's just the things that were coming out of his mouth had trappings of somebody gave him this information. He simply had not been there long enough. And going back to our earlier conversation when I was talking about the maturity piece, that's the thing right there. Like I laid out for Armon everything he needed to do to be successful at that show. And in my opinion, he went there and did the complete opposite. And I'm very disappointed in him for it. I am, because I rooted for you. I rooted for you when there were actually people working against you being there. And I informed him that there are people who don't want you there. There are people who are going out of their way to not have you here. Told him who the people were and everything. And then I told him everything he needed to do to be successful there. And you went up there and drank the Kool-Aid and got lost in the sauce and did the complete opposite. And if I'm being honest, was a major contributing factor, as far as I can see, as to why the shit got canceled.
You think it's his fault?
I don't think it's his fault.
Okay.
I don't think it's his fault. I think that he was a major contributing factor.